One was a common question is what's the next step? How can we help? How can we spread the word? We intentionally, like I said, trying to be transparent. This may feel like a levy. It's not. We would not have the intent to sign up people for a levy. Enough people have asked. I would say on the back of that white paper, the big white paper, we're going to keep that big white paper. On the back of it, if you'd write your name and your email address, we can get information to you. So if you want more information or if you want to help, on the back of the big white paper. And I'm winging that. That was not our plan. But we will have other information out. Also, a lot of people, obviously it's frustrating, the music and the arts, which makes Boardman, why? Why the music and the arts? Just to understand, I use that scalpel analogy. It's not simple. It's not simple at all. And I don't like using this term, but it describes, there's our core subjects, and the State Department of Education tests us on those core subjects, and we know that state report card's important. So we try our best to protect the core. And most districts can do that, but in Boardman, our core is big, strong, and wide because it includes all the A's. So we do nick the core, and unfortunately, what the state sees as the core, we try not to hit with that scalpel, and unfortunately, we hit some of Boardman's core while protecting what the state sees as the core. Someone said, what is a cap district? Is that a hat? Is it a district where people wear caps? That's a meeting in itself. I'll try to do it in 60 seconds, but every district's either a cap district, a formula district, or a guarantee district. And that refers to your status on the funding formula. When they switch to this funding formula, if it worked for you, if your dollars matched up from the previous formula, you were called a formula district because the formula works. If you got less dollars, way less dollars, well, the politicians got involved and they wanted to make sure their districts were guaranteed not to get less dollars, so they became guarantee districts and they get supplemental to the formula. They're called a guarantee district. Then you have these districts that when they switched to the formula, they were going to get much more because they had lost some money through this TPP, and that's a whole other topic. When that formula caused us to get more, they said, wait a minute, we're putting these dollars in the guarantee, we're funding the formula, we don't have any dollars left for those districts that are supposed to get more. We're going to cap you, we're going to restrict you. It's called a gain cap. The gain you're supposed to get, we just don't have, we're sorry, and that's what I'm talking about. You can see that. It's on the Ohio Department of Education's website. If you look at the state funding report, I'm not making that up. Only one in Mahoning County. We do not receive our full funding. The other ones are fully funded or receive additional money. We're the only one, and that has to do with property values. Last thing, open enrollment's a question, okay? I can tell you the following comment is not supported by the Board of Education. No, easy there, Mr. Brun. Your eyes got real big. But I will tell you personally, living here, open enrollment doesn't work for Boardman, and let me tell you why, financially. Am I right? Going off script, that's always dangerous. But let me explain something. When an open enrollment student comes to us, you get $6,000. $6,000, okay? If we were talking tonight about a 1 mil levy, just a 1 mil levy, in Boardman, it's different for every district, but in Boardman, a 1 mil levy, just one little mill, raises $850,000. All right, we're asking for $4.9 million, which is the equivalent of 5.8 mils, but it's $4.9 million. But if we had a 1 mil levy, that would raise $850,000. We'd have to bring in 140 open-enrolled students just to raise the equivalent of one little mill. That's it. So if we wanted to match the money we're talking about for the levy, you're looking at bringing in about over 800 students into the Boardman local schools to match what we can get from our property value because we're considered a wealthy district through the state of Ohio in the valuation. It just doesn't work. It works for a little itty-bitty district that maybe a mill raises $27,000 because they only have to bring in 4 students and they can raise a mill. You bring in 140 students, and I can tell you what, you can look at what it has done to other districts. Boardman won't be Boardman. It is not the plan for us. Boardman has to take care of Boardman.